Yeah, hi. Today I want to show you my scrap iron wood splitter. I used this splitter here for the past 40 years. I, when I moved out here, the first year or so, I used an axe, a sledgehammer, wedges. Didn't take long before I come to the conclusion I got to find an easier way to split wood. So this wood splitter has been basically going for approximately 40 years, and I'm not the only one that's been using it. There's quite a number of people that depend on this machine for their wood supply. So today I want to show you a little bit about it, and then I'm going to split some wood and maybe some blocks for my scrap iron wood lathe. So this is kind of a series, I'm making a little series on scrap iron projects that I have made. So a lot of wood splitters are flat like this, and you got to put the wood on and then you split it, but that takes too much work. So I have it laying down for transportation, and I can trailer it to different people's houses when they want to use it. So for years, I would pick that up there and tip it up. But, you know, when you get to be 69, you got to have an easier way to do things. So I put this on a plank and bring it up. So this is the attitude that I split wood with it. It makes it a lot easier and faster. The original wood splitter, this part of the wood splitter has been used, was part of the original thing that I just put together from scrap iron. I found one piece, heavy piece of metal here, and then it wasn't long enough, so I joined another piece on like that to get the height that I needed. And then if you look closely on this here, there's holes here, and I can adjust it right up to here. This here can be raised all the way up because my neighbor, he used to split 3-foot wood. Most of the wood that I split is about 2 feet, although this wood that I'm splitting today is less than 20 inches for my fireplace. This part of the wood splitter is not as old as that part. Originally, I had taken a transmission from a car and turned it backwards and to power a hydraulic pump, and then a drive shaft to the power takeoff. The drive shaft of the transmission went to the power takeoff of the tractor. That was before, when just trying to get something to work and not spend a whole lot of money on, just use the parts that I could have. But since then I've put this motor on, and still using a salvaged pump, and I had to make an adapter to go right onto the motor. And this is still the original oil tank that I made a long time ago. Anyway, let's just take a look at the working part of it here. This cylinder is not the original one either. This one I salvaged off a piece of logging equipment. And my hydraulic valve here. You'll see how this operates once I'm get to use it here. Normal hydraulics is you push it down, go one way, pull it up to go the other way. This one here, I've taken the handle off and extended it through the other side there, if you can see that, and then added a spring to it. So as soon as I release the handle, then it comes up by itself. You don't have to operate it up and down. I've also made a foot pedal here, so I can push it down just with a foot pedal, just by foot, so you have your hands free. Other than that, there's not much to it. So let's get some wood and I'll show you how it works. Okay, when I split wood today, I'm going to be on my knees. You may think that's a little bit awkward, but when you consider the size of these blocks and having to lift them up, it's a lot easier not to lift them, and it's quite comfortable this way. This part here, I have used this for many, many years, and it bolts to the bottom plate here, so you don't have to be on your knees. But this is the first year actually I've used this on the ground, and I found it worked very easily for me. Doesn't hurt my back at all. Another thing that I didn't mention before was I have an adjustment here with a wing nut, and if I adjust this up or down, I can adjust how far this goes up, but I can adjust the distance here to the length of my block. So it doesn't go all the way up. It can stop, and it goes a little faster that way. So anyway, we'll get this started, and we'll see how it works. that was kind of fun. I had a hard time quitting. But I use it to cut firewood, and the good stuff I whipped up into a whole bunch of blanks for making wooden bowls on my scrap iron wood lathe. In a few minutes you can split enough blocks to keep you busy for weeks on the wood lathe. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that, and I think now I'm going to show you how I get blocks.